The best kind of love in one's youth is often not a whirlwind romance or a grand, public declaration. Rather, it is found in the tenderness, restraint, and quiet companionship woven into the fabric of everyday life. It involves no melodramatic twists or contrived sentimentality, just two ordinary young people who, in the purest years of their lives, gradually meet, grow familiar, and heal one another, becoming the gentlest light in each other's youth. The story of Soo-won and Chun-yu is precisely such a gentle, enduring tale of a school day crush. One autumn during their second year of high school, fallen plane tree leaves carpeted the campus paths, and a gentle evening breeze carried the scent of osmanthus blossoms across every windowsill of the classroom building. After the split into liberal arts and science tracks, Soo-won moved to a new class. The unfamiliar environment and classmates made her, naturally quiet, feel particularly ill at ease. She habitually sat in the corner by the window, quietly listening to lessons and burying herself in practice problems. She made no effort to fit in with the crowd or join the boisterous chatter, remaining as unobtrusive and silent as a blade of grass that no one notices. Chun-yu was the kind of boy who seemed to radiate his own light. With a clean, gentle nature and top-tier academic grades, he was unfailingly mild-mannered and humble. He was a figure of energy on the sports field and a picture of composure at the podium. To teachers, he was a sensible, dependable student. To classmates, a warm, reliable friend. And to countless girls, the boy who quietly captured their hearts. Dazzling and vibrant, he seemed to inhabit a completely different world from the quiet, reserved Soo-won. At first, Soo-won was merely one of the many who admired him from afar. During breaks, she would glance up, her gaze drifting to the back of the boy in the row ahead as he diligently worked on problems. After exams, she would quietly note his name at the top of the rankings. When passing him in the hallway, she would instinctively slow her pace, concealing the flutter of her heart. Her affection was quiet yet restrained, a secret yet profound emotion that she guarded carefully, never breathing a word of it to anyone. Soo-won was introverted and deeply insecure. She viewed herself as utterly ordinary, with average grades and a lack of eloquence, and felt she was unworthy of such a dazzling boy. She treated this budding affection as the most guarded secret of her youth, tucking it away between the pages of her textbooks, within the gentle evening breeze, and in those countless moments spent stealing glances at him from afar. She never dared to dream of drawing closer. Simply watching him quietly was enough to put her heart at ease. Their paths truly crossed during an ordinary evening study session. A sudden autumn rain had begun to fall. The skies had been clear at dusk, but as night descended, a cold, steady drizzle set in. Chilly gusts of wind seeped through the window gaps, carrying a biting cold into the classroom. Soo-won had left home in a rush and forgotten her umbrella. Gazing out at the curtain of rain, she stood helplessly at the entrance of the teaching building, at a loss in the dark, rainy night. Her classmates left one by one, umbrellas raised. The bustling campus gradually fell silent, leaving only the sound of the rain and the cool evening air. Just as she was preparing to brave the rain and run back to her dormitory, she heard soft footsteps approaching from behind. Chun-yu walked slowly to her side, holding a black umbrella. His voice was gentle and clear, possessing that distinct, bright quality of youth. As he asked, "Did you forget your umbrella? Let me walk you back." That was their first real conversation. Soo-won's heart raced, and her cheeks flushed hot. Too nervous to look up, she simply nodded and whispered her thanks. Beneath the small umbrella, they walked side by side, the evening breeze carrying wisps of rain that brushed gently against their shoulders. Chun-yu deliberately tilted the umbrella toward her, leaving half of his own shoulders soaked by the cold rain, yet he never complained. He simply slowed his pace to match hers. Throughout that short walk, Soo-won's heart never stopped pounding. She stole glances at the gentle boy beside her, at his clean, handsome features and his rain-drenched shoulder. The affection blooming in her heart spread freely in that moment, softening the entire cool, rainy night. From that moment on, two people whose lives had previously never intersected began to form a quiet, growing bond. In the days that followed, a series of gentle, serendipitous moments unfolded. During morning study sessions, he would quietly pick up the textbook she had dropped, While working through practice problems, he would patiently explain the difficult ones. During group activities, they would always find themselves paired together as if by unspoken agreement. And during free time in PE class, he would silently hand her a bottle of warm water, reminding her to rest. His gentleness was never a deliberate attempt to curry favor, but rather a kindness etched into his very bones, subtle, restrained, and understated, yet deeply heartwarming. Suwon gradually realized that her quiet admiration had never been a one-sided journey. She had thought her feelings were hidden and silent, unaware that every flutter of her heart, every silent glance, and every tentative step closer had already been noticed by that gentle boy. Chinyu had long since taken note of this quiet girl. He saw her always sitting alone in the corner, quietly studying and treating others with gentleness. He saw her occasionally feeling dejected over poor grades, yet silently gritting her teeth and persevering. He saw that while she appeared cool and distant, her heart was incredibly soft and kind. He admired her quiet resilience and felt a tender ache for her insecurity and timidity. Slowly, this quiet, ordinary girl found a place in his heart. Everyone in the class assumed that the dazzling Chunyu would like someone equally vibrant and brilliant, yet no one knew he had already been healed by this quiet, gentle girl. He never made a show of his feelings. Instead, he used the gentlest of ways to draw closer to her, warm her spirit, and offer encouragement. When she did poorly on an exam, he would leave a handwritten note telling her to take her time and reminding her that she was doing great. When she hesitated to raise her hand in class, he would quietly turn back to give her an encouraging look. Amidst the noisy crowd, his attention would always drift to her, sitting quietly in the corner. With Chunyu's gentle companionship, Suwon, once insecure and timid, gradually became confident and cheerful. She began to raise her hand in class, worked hard to improve her grades, and faced life's little challenges with courage. She no longer retreated into her own small world. Instead, she began to move forward, striving to become a better version of herself and to draw closer to that gentle boy. She wanted to improve, not to chase after someone else's brilliance, but to stand side by side with him and become a source of strength for one another. The autumn and winter of their second year of high school were filled with tender, everyday moments. Falling plane tree leaves, the scent of osmanthus on the evening breeze, the glow of lights during evening study sessions, the intimacy shared under an umbrella, and the quiet companionship at their desks. These fragments pieced together the purest, most beautiful image of youth. They never voiced the feelings hidden deep in their hearts nor rushed into a confession. Instead, they simply offered silent companionship, healing one another and growing together. This budding affection was clean and pure, untainted by the world, the very essence of a moving youth. In their final year, academic pressure intensified abruptly. The campus was overshadowed by mountains of test papers, endless drills, and the weight of the future. While everyone else raced toward the college entrance exam and strove for their futures, the two continued their quiet companionship, offering mutual encouragement